Hello everybody and welcome back. As you know, I'm recently retired and I just wanted to give you an update on what's been happening in the last week or so. You may remember from my last video that I've got the builders in at the moment. They're still here. They're pointing up the walls to the outside of the house, doing a little bit of pinning where necessary, but that's going well. I'm very happy with that, and I imagine that the next time we speak it'll be finished and I'll show you some pictures. So what do I come on to say this week? Well, what have I been up to? Earlier in the week, I've been helping a local charity. I've been auditing their annual accounts before their annual general meeting in March, which is next month. So I've had a look at their accounts. There was one or two things in there that I really just needed to clear up. So I had a coffee with their treasurer on Wednesday. It's Thursday today, so yesterday. Had a coffee with their treasurer, questions answered perfectly, put down my signature. That's the end of that. I've done it for a few years now. They're changing treasurer next year, so we'll see how things go and whether they want me to do it again. Obviously, I do this for nothing. It's a charity. But I'm happy to stand in and continue to lend them a hand if they so require. The other big thing this week is that the end of the week, Saturday, is Valentine's Day. And I just wanted to mention that it's Valentine's Day, and I was lucky enough that in 1986, August, yes, you thought I'd forgotten, but I haven't. August 1986, my dear wife did me the honor of saying I do, and this year, therefore, will be 40th anniversary. So what do you do on Valentine's Day when it's your 40th year of marriage? Well, of course, there's the great staples, and my wife would never say no to a nice bunch of flowers or some chocolates, although at the moment she probably wouldn't welcome the chocolates because she wants to lose a bit of weight. But there's plenty of things going, but I'll tell you what I did and why. I decided that I would cook us a meal. It's not the first time I've done that on Valentine's Day, but I sort of built the menu around her. I'm no cook, by the way. I did not go out and buy a nice piece of grass-fed beef and I'm going to bring it in and tenderize it and blah, blah, blah. No. I went out and got ready-made packets and I stick them in the oven and that's where we go. But it's a thought that counts. So I got a ready meal for two, and the way that it's built up is that the meal itself is bœuf bourguignon pies. I don't know if you've ever seen those. I haven't. But when I saw them, I thought yes. And I thought yes for two reasons. And I hope my wife doesn't see this video before Saturday. Otherwise, I'll blow the why did I buy this? I bought it for two reasons. One, well, she loves bœuf bourguignon. She loves France. We've had this in France. I think we had it when we went to Paris. We've had it when we've gone to Lille, which is a wonderful place to go to in September when they have their braderie. So we've eaten it a few times. We've eaten it, obviously, we have it at home. So I know she loves bœuf bourguignon. And many years ago, she was a girl of Manchester, which at the time was in Lancashire. None of this greater Manchester stuff that you get now. She was born in Lancashire. And a pie, of course, is synonymous with the northwest of England, where I believe there's one shop at least that will happily sell you a pie sandwich. Just the thought of that is quite terrific, really. So when I saw Boeuf Bourguignon pies, I thought, that's my girl. There's my girl. That's a meal that spans 50 years. There she is as a little girl saying, Mummy, I want a meat and potato pie. And now she's a sophisticated, mature lady who loves a Boeuf Bourguignon and can tell you if it's a good one or not. So I'm really looking forward to serving her with that. The side dishes are a couple of green things. She loves green things. I think one of them has got kale and cabbage or something, and the other one's got green beans in. But the point is, they're both gratin. They're both covered in cheese. And my wife does like cheese, either, out the fridge and on crackers, etc. But she does like it on her food. So dauphinoise potatoes or vegetables en gratin are always a winner for her. So having those on the table with the bourguignon will go down a treat. The dessert was something sweet, a blondie or something of that type. But I got it in the shape of a heart because I'm an old romantic. And I have to be honest, the dessert doesn't really matter. What am I saying? But we won't eat it. By the time we get there, we'll be full. So it'll be a case of showing her the dessert and having her go, oh, you really make me sick buying things in the shape of a heart. After 40 years, you can say things like that. But that's what we're going to do on Saturday night. When I bought it, and I came home and I said, I'm going to cook you dinner on Saturday. And she said, oh, that's lovely. And the question wasn't what's on the menu. It was, will you be doing it before or after Gladiators? Now, that's love. That's 40 years of marriage for you. That about sums up my week so far. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you do, subscribe, like, send me a comment. Tell me what you did for Valentine's Day and whether you did it for your husband, your wife, or whoever's special to you. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.